So the text is 2 Kings chapter 6. I'm going to be reading beginning at verse 8. This is my favorite peace passage. Once, when the king of Aram was at war with Israel, he took counsel with his officers. He said, "At such and such a place shall be my camp." But the man of God sent word to the king of Israel, "Take care not to pass this place, because the Arameans are going down there." The king of Israel sent word to the place of which the man of God spoke. More than once or twice, he warned such a place so that it was on the alert. The mind of the king of Aram was greatly perturbed because of this. He called his officers and said to them, "Now tell me, who among us sides with the king of Israel?" Then one of his officers said, "No one, my lord king. It is Elisha, the prophet in Israel, who tells the king of Israel the words that you speak in your bedchamber." He said, "Go and find where he is. I will send and seize him." The king was told, "He is in Dothan." So he sent horses and chariots there and a great army. They came by night and surrounded the city. When an attendant of the man of God rose early in the morning and went out, an army with horses and chariots was all around the city. His servant said, "Alas, master, what shall we do?" Elijah replied, "Do not be afraid, for there are more with us than there are with them." Then Elisha prayed, "O Lord, please open his eyes that he may see." So the Lord opened the eyes of the servant, and he saw the mountain was full of horses and chariots of fire all around Elisha. When the Arameans came down against him, Elisha prayed to the Lord and said, "Strike this people, please, with blindness." So he struck them with blindness as Elisha had asked. Elisha said to them, "This is not the way, and this is not the city. Follow me, and I will bring you to the man whom you seek." And he led them to Samaria. As soon as they entered Samaria, Elisha said, "O Lord, open the eyes of these men so that they may see." The Lord opened their eyes, and they saw they were inside Samaria. When the king of Israel saw them, he said to Elisha, "Father, shall I kill them? Shall I kill them?" He answered, "No. Did you capture with your sword and with your bow those whom you want to kill? Set food and water before them, so that they may eat and drink, and let them go to their master." So he prepared for them a great feast. After they ate and drank, he sent them on their way, and they went to their master. And the Arameans no longer came raiding into the land of Israel. That's my favorite. That's my favorite passage. And the reason I like this passage is because it gives me images. And I guess I'll ask you, what do you want first? The negative images in this text or the positive one? The negative? Well, let me start with the negative. This passage reveals some images which should alert us to the absence of effectiveness in military approaches to trying to bring about resolution of the conflicts in the world. The first image is kind of negative. Here is the king of the Arameans planning war, planning an ambush. And yet, while he is planning war in his war room, he has to raise the problem about security leak. Who is it, he asks, that keeps on telling the king of Israel what we are planning in here? I know somebody has lost your mind, your loyalties. If I find out who it is, to the guilty you'll go. Well, I don't know whether they had that early in the history of Israel. But who is it? This whole notion, the image, here they are making war. And yet, God gives the prophet Elisha insight into what's being planned in the war room. And he tells the king of Israel. And they are alert to impending ambush. This business about the war room. Camp David is still Camp David, even with the new president. There is a war room low in the bottom of the White House, even though we have a new president. The Pentagon has not closed up shop just because there has been a change of party. War is always being planned. And yet, already something positive intrudes. God interrupts and inconveniences the effective operation of what's planned in the war. The fascinating thing. No wonder war is often characterized by what I call collateral damage. Because whatever the warriors of the world are planning, from high heaven, there is a force that is always trying to inconvenience war, lest it becomes so successful that people think it has to be the wave of the future. That's the negative imagery. War room planning. But it's being interrupted and interfered with by high power.